and welcome to the newsroom. President Muhammadu Buhari is currently holding a security meeting at the State House in Abuja. The meeting is taking place hours before his scheduled trip to the United Kingdom today for a routine medical checkup. Others apart from the service chiefs in attendance at the meeting are Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, National Security Advisor to the President Babagana Monguno, the Chief of Staff to the President Ibrahim Gambari, Secretary to the Government of the Federation Boss Mustafa, amongst others. President Buhari is expected to proceed to London for a routine medical checkup later today and is expected back in Nigeria by the second week of April. The opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP) has demanded an immediate review of the 375-kilometer Abuja Kaduna Zaria Kano Road reconstruction contract. The PDP, in a statement by its spokesperson Kola Ologbodiyan, said the review became necessary following the alleged padding of the 797.2 billion naira contract recently approved by the Federal Executive Council. The party also demanded an open probe into the criminal padding of the contract from the original 155 billion naira to an outrageous and indefensible 797 billion naira, with a whopping 642 billion naira allegedly apparently earmarked to be shared amongst corrupt officials. And the Lagos State Directorate of Public Prosecution says it has sufficient facts to establish a case against the former managing director of an aviation fueling company, Star Orient Nigeria Limited, Dare Osamo, and others. According to the Directorate, the charges are conspiracy to commit felony, obtaining under false pretenses, forgery, and stealing. The suspects have also been indicted by the police to have laundered about 1 billion naira from Star Orient Nigeria Limited. This was contained in the legal advice dated February 24, 2021, and signed by the Director of Public Prosecutions, A.O. Adeyemi, for the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice in Lagos State. The head of the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, Rochelle Walensky, has warned of impending doom amid rising cases of COVID-19, even as the United States continues to outpace expectations of vaccine distributions. According to data from Johns Hopkins University, the U.S. is averaging 63,000 new cases a day as of March 29, and this is a rise that comes after a recent plateau in new infections. Meanwhile, an average of 2.7 million vaccine jabs has been administered across the country per day during the last week. The experts have boarded the container ship Ever Given, which was dislodged on Monday, 6 days after it got stuck in the Suez Canal, seeking to investigate what caused the grounding that shook the global shipping industry. The Ever Given was safely anchored in the Great Bitter Lake, a wide stretch of water halfway between the north and south ends of the canal, after salvage teams finally freed the giant vessel on Monday afternoon. Meanwhile, as of Tuesday morning, more than 300 vessels were waiting on both ends of the Suez Canal and in the Great Bitter Lake for permission to continue sailing to their destinations. And the Tanzanian police says 45 people died during a stampede in Dar es Salaam on March 21st as mourners paid their last respect to the late President John Magufuli. The stampede took place when thousands of grieving citizens tried to push their way into a stadium in the city to bid farewell to their leader, whose sudden death was announced on March 17th. 5 of the deceased were from the same family. A woman and 4 children were earlier reported crushed in the accident at Uhuru Stadium, although the true toll of the stampede was not announced at the time. The Nigerian Football Federation (NFF) has announced that the Confederation of African Football (CAF) has cleared Super Eagles forward Alex Iwobi to play in Nigeria's game against Lesotho. NFF disclosed this in a tweet on Tuesday, hours before the African Cup of Nations qualifier, which will be played at the Teslim Balogo Stadium in Lagos today. The 24-year-old was replaced by Galatasaray's Henry Onyekuru in the game that ended 1-0 in favor of the Eagles against Benin Republic. The test results also meant that Iwobi, who immediately went into isolation, may not feature in the team's game against Lesotho. Well, that's the latest update on the newsroom at this time. Please join us on the next hour for more. I'm Oyin Adekunle.